basically.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, hello. Hello, peoples. Party peoples of the universes. Party people of the universes. So hello, welcome back. I have an update. I was actually getting a little bit of a scare for a while. Coffee. But I was kind of worried that nothing was gonna happen in either two. So quick recap. I got a seed going, it popped open, I saw a little tail. Kind of left it in I wrapped it into a paper towel that was wet, and instead of putting it in a Ziploc bag like I should have done, I kind of left it out. It dried out, the seed dried out. I tried planting it and nothing happened, so that's a bummer. It's still in there. And then I germinated another seed 2-3 days ago, something like that. The video's around here, and I was not seeing much of anything. And then I saw the other day a faint sight of green in there, so I just left it. And lo and behold, we might have something. So that's what this video is. But yes, one did sprout. So the Naranja nightmare is a go. But I did end up going into the first pot, and I found the first seed, and it looked like nothing had happened. And let me kind of fade here for a second. We'll fade into this other scene I got going on. Give it a second to well, what's going on here? Why is my camera thing not working either? Weird. Everything's plugged in. Anyway, so what you're seeing on the screen now is how both of them are in there. So those are what I put both the seeds in. They both got one. It's just cocoa and perlite mix. So I think it's like a 70-30. Hold on, let me take the lid off. Well, that's weird. That's really weird. So there seems to be some kind of a lag. Let me deactivate it and reactivate this camera here. There we go. There we go. Now you can kind of see it. Let me close that for a second. Where's the Logitech camera thing? Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna try to focus this manually. If I can get this thing to freaking open. But you can see the little guy in there, little green guy, right in the center, looking good, looking beautiful. I'm really excited about it. Like I said, none of them were taking it first, and I couldn't understand what was going on. And I barely saw this thing greening out at one point. So Let me see if I could change the focus while I'm in here so we can get a better view of all of that. There we go. Oh, a little too much. There we go. I wonder if I can crop this a little bit. Oh, snap, I can. There we go. Look at that. Look at that little guy. So yeah, so that's what I got going on. Pretty excited about it. I got a whiteboard as well that I'm going to be using to keep track of the days and nutrient schedules and all that good stuff. But that being said, I'm about to make a really low dose nutrient solution for this guy. Once it gets its first set of leaves, that's when it says to usually kind of start giving it food. But this guy right here is mainly gonna be just for cloning. So I'll probably cut a few clones off it and just kind of kill it off, unfortunately, unless one of you out there wants to be a mother to this plant, and then we can kind of hit you up anytime we need one. That'd be cool. That is the dilemma I'm running into as a grower right now, is I have limited space, so I can't really do the things I really want to do. Like I can't get a mother tent. There we go. You can see my face a little bit better. But I don't have room for a mother tent, and sometimes with some of these genetics, when you grow it out, some of these are really bomb. Sometimes you'll get that one that just like, you can have 10 of the same kind of seed. Like I can have 10 Naranja nightmares. They might have come from 10 different plants, or even from the same mother plant. However, that one might have just had like a weird gene that makes it like bud bigger than the rest. So in that occasion, how I used to do it back in the day was when I would grow something, I'd grow 2 of it. One, I would keep the mother, and the other one, I would flower it out, see how it went. If it was really good, keep it, recycle it, keep going. But I can't do that where I'm at now, and it really sucks, especially because, seed prices, you can buy them in like 3 packs, 10 packs, whatever. But they're not cheap. They're not expensive, but they're not cheap. But again, you find that one phenotype, that one phenotype that just boosts fat buds. That's something you're gonna want to keep going back to. So it would just be smart when you're growing to have something like that available to you. And however, I guess it's not that serious. You can always buy more and just whatever, but it would be nice to be able to mother a plant and always have it. It's just, it'd just be nice. I am going to try to do a time-lapse video with some of these grows and plants if I can figure it out. I'm having trouble doing it with my iPhones. I just remembered, though, I have some 4K webcams. So I'm sure there's a billion programs out there for time-lapse videos, shit like that. So I will be looking into that very soonly. So that'll be interesting. I tried it already. I had this thing before it really popped out the ground. I time-lapse videoed it. It's really... even with a time-lapse, it's still so slow, it's hard to really make out what it's doing while you watch it. If you fast forward through it, you could really see it. I'm sure I could put it in, to a program, speed it up, whatever, make it cool. But it's just kind of weird. But with this 4K camera and like the picture's really good. Like, let me just make this a little bit bigger here so we can really see it. And let me cut it. There we go. So it's looking all right. This is my first time doing some stuff in cocoa, and again, I wasn't sure if this was even gonna take, because most times I pop a seed, I'll put it in some soil that already has nutrients, so right off the rip, it's getting something. So I was kind of nervous, and I'm wondering if that's why this seed took so long to pop up is because A, I'm using, first of all, a new medium I've never used before. B, there's zero nutrients in it. So it might not have got that little boost or that little steroidal kind of touch. That's just my assumption and guess. I haven't grown in cocoa enough to really be able to form opinions or hypotheses about said grow medium. But I am going to try to keep doing these videos and document my journey, not only for, entertainment purposes, but so I can have something to go back and look at if I need to, or if I have a problem at a certain stage, maybe like I had one before and I can just kind of go back to the video. My memory's not the greatest, but I do like having reference videos if I can, and the way I normally learn new things is by watching YouTube videos, so it would follow suit, and it would just make sense if I gave back a little bit to the community that's given so much to me, knowledge-wise. But yeah, I wanted to share this update of the new little guy that actually made it through. So I will have Naranja Nightmare. So if you want some clones, I will have some available for sale at some point soon. You can message me on Facebook. If you know me, you can just text me. Or you can, comment on my videos. If I see it, I'll reach out to you when I can. But yeah, stay tuned. Really, really excited about this. I'm hoping to make some really bomb rosin and just all sorts of fun stuff with it. Really, really, really excited. I can't say enough. Like, the fact that this even just took really, really made my day yesterday. So I've been in a pretty good mood, because yesterday when I came home from work, like, I didn't even look at it right away. Hold on, let me take this dab real quick. Doing some chili mac cured batter from Quasi Farms. It's all right. Yeah, it's all right. I've had better. But yeah, so things are getting real now. And now things are gonna start to go fast. So even right now, where you can see how I have it, it doesn't even have its first set of leaves yet. But once he gets those, obviously it's taking in that energy, and it's just the more leaves, the faster it's gonna go. So damn. But yeah, so reach out to me. Let me know if you're interested. The next strain I'm gonna do, I might have to do a tally, reach out to some people. The NBA sour I have looks fucking crazy. It looks like it's gonna be insane. However, I have Jack Herer, and that's just like a funk. That's like a funk strain, almost like one of those that you rip once, and it's just so overwhelmingly flavorful. It's almost kind of gross, but it's so good. So I don't know. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll put up some kind of a poll and see what people suggest I do next. But I'm really, really excited. And hey, who knows? Like, if this turns out that good, I might just pop another Naranja Nightmare seed and try to get a good amount, and that way I'll have like lots to work with as far as making rosin. But I saw this video, these dudes, they took 3 full plastic shopping bags worth and washed it, and that's what they used to make some rosin, and they got a good amount. It's some work, but I really look forward to this Blue Dream and Skittles combo is what Naranja Nightmare is. And I've never grown a plant that has had colors before. So this is supposed to have like purples in it, almost kind of look like blue hues, sort of. But who knows? Like and that's another thing when it comes to these pictures. It's really hard to like, cause I have no experience with them. I have no idea if they are gonna look like the picture or not. So this could be just some straight green. Maybe I get the phenotype that has no purple to it. But I'm really hoping, it is Blue Dream, so I'm assuming there's gonna be some purples or blues of some sort. Or like a really weird purple that looks blue. But the picture online showed purple. And as long as it's okay, cool. So let me just pull this up here real quick and I can show you. I did this on the last episode too, but it just helps to have some kind of visual, and I want to see it again anyway. So all right, let me just bring this over here. And as a matter of fact, let me switch back to my main camera so we can all see this. But yeah, so that's gonna be it. That's supposed to be what this is gonna look like. That looks beautiful. Wonder why one of them. There we go. There we go. Like, goddamn. So, wow. Wait, can I cut back to this? But only, let me scoot this over. There we go. Let me redo that. There we go. All right, so that little seed is gonna be that thing. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. I can't tell you how excited I am about this right now. That is gonna be something fantastic. And with these auto pots, man, like, it better at least be that chunky, if not more. And you better believe with me, I'm going to have 1.5 billion tops. So there should be mountains of that everywhere. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Be some mountains. Okay? Where the fuck is my mouse now? So I could just do this, do that. And let's go back to my main camera shot. All right, cool beans. Actually, I like this better. Okay, so so anyway, point of this video is that we have some action. It's looking good. It's actually grown a lot today. Today, I had off from work today, so I've been peeking in gradually, but this thing is blowing up. Now, I did have a dome on it, obviously, from the beginning of the video. You saw that. Keep some nice moisture. Normally, I don't even use a dome. I don't take any of these precautions. But again, due to cocoa, no nutrients, like, I don't know. Everything I see is telling me to do this. However, everything I saw for the way I usually grow, I should not be doing it. or I should be doing it differently, but I had amazing grows. So, you figured out. So part of me is hesitant on listening to these suggestions and doing what these people are saying should be done when I've done these things and I know that it's fine and it still produces great. And so I don't know. We'll see. You know, for the sake of trying new stuff, I've been really trying to do things the way that they're being suggested to do them. Once I actually grow with the auto pots and, you know, go around with this cocoa and see how the LEDs are, that will really switch up probably how I do it the second go around. And now I still have things to add. I have to get some more cocoa to throw in there. I definitely didn't have enough. In the mail today, I just received some bamboo stakes. So the cool things about the arrow pots that I have is that the bottom part of it is circular. So you can literally spin the pot around while it's still in the base. So that's pretty cool. Now, I bought a trellis net, but you can't use a trellis net if you're going to be spinning shit around. So the stakes, I only got them about 4 feet tall. So that should be fine. So I could put the trellis net right above that, and use both the bamboo and that net as far as trellis goes. But I feel by the time it gets up to that 4 foot mark, I won't need to spin shit much anymore. It's just gonna kind of be that's how it is. It should kind of be trained up for the most part as far as touching the tent walls. So we'll see. Again, this is all brand new, and I haven't got them yet because there's, you know, I'm just getting this going. So I don't want to spend all my money right away, even though I pretty much did on, you know, some really nice shit. You know, a couple checks down the line, months, even 2 months ish, I'm gonna get some of those extra AC Infinity lights. They're supplemental lights basically, and they're magnet too, so you could pretty much attach them to any pole in there. And let me see if this thing's working here. It died on me before. I'm not sure why. All right, whatever. I'll just lift it up. So if you look at my tent, you can see those bars. Oh, there we go. You can see the bars going from left to right. Support bars. So there's my little camera on the thing. So basically, those supplemental lights, I could put them on the bars going down and up, or on the bars going left and right, or they have stands where you could set them on the ground of the grow, and then you set them on the ground, and then you can angle them upwards so you can hit the lower canopy, which I think is really fucking cool. So, oh no. So, so that's another weird thing because normally, you know, I lollipop and I'll take a lot of the lower shit off because, you know, I want it to all go to the tips of my buds. However, with these supplemental lights, like, yeah, I might not have to do that. So that'll be a new thing, and like I'm gonna have to figure out how to approach that situation as well. But I want to get the most that I can from this very first grow, let alone all the rest. You know, and if you're gonna do something, like fucking do it. So this is what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to do it the best I can. First grow is gonna be a 50-50. The second should all automatically be better. The third should be one of the best. So I look forward to my third grow, which is very far from now. Probably about a good year away. Unless I can make room and get another 2x4 tent. Or if I move this one into my bedroom, I'm pretty sure I should have enough room to do a 4x4. That would be a game changer for me. That would be a game changer. But we'll see what happens. I look really, really much forward to the future. And I really hope that this thing turns purple. And I hope it turns purple early on. I hope it starts purple. I mean, I saw some, not so much anymore, but I did see purple in that stem when it like first popped out. But, and it might still be there. I kind of fucked with the color because the grow lights screwed with the camera color. Like, it was really weird. I had to adjust so many things just to get that to look like that. It was crazy. I wonder if I can go back. Yeah, see, if I reset the default, I'm not going to remember what I put these settings on, so I'm not even going to do it. I wanted to kind of show you, but at the same time, it's not that important. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. Update video. I'm sure I repeated a lot of shit that I said on the last video too, but I can't help but emphasize some of that shit because it's going to be amazing. And it's nice to have some, like, this was growing has always been a very therapeutic thing for me. It's, you know, I could sit there, stare at it, yeah, just something about it. And I, over time, grew very passionate about it. And it was something I kind of fell in love with. And now that it's real again and actually happening, it's like I'm feeling that warmth growing in me again. And it feels real good. And, you know, not saying that I didn't have anything to look forward to in my day, but this gives me just like something huge every day to look forward to. Just like, how much did it grow? Like, how big did the leaves get? And the thing that's going to be crazier is that these autopots, even when I put the plant in there for the first time, I still have to top water it for about 2 weeks to guarantee that the roots hit the bottom so it can wick up. So, man, I'm so anxious to just get this fucking started. Like, I want to see these autopots work, which really you won't see anything but just growth. And then on top of that, I got the air base. So I opted in for the air base and I got the dome, and you just supply air to the roots. So it's like, man, these things should be crazy. These things should be crazy. So yeah, I look forward to it. And I hope you stick with me. Also, yeah, I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not, but I got 4 of these guys. 4 of them. I won them in an auction on the auction site. And I'm gonna put these in the tent, I think, just so I can kind of log in and look at them at any time. And I think that these, if you put an SD card in them, you can record just the whole video nonstop. And then when you put it in the computer, at that point, you can kind of time lapse it, if I remember reading that correctly. So I am going to try to do some time lapse with all 4 of them, maybe get different angles and just maybe concentrate on one plant. I'm not sure how, because, like, you know, I'm going to try to do it with the one on the screen right now. Keep in mind, excuse me, at some point in this time lapse, I'm going to be chopping that thing up, cloning it, and just not using it again. So then it's going to have to go from focusing on that plant to focusing on the clones to focusing on, like, the 2 plants in the tent at that point. And part of me wants to just focus on the one. However, being that I have 4 of these cameras, technically I have 5. I have one in my printer, my 3D printer as well. But I have 4 of these things, so I could just put 2 on each. So that could be pretty cool. It would be cool if I was growing different plants, but since I'm growing the same ones, I don't know. We'll see. I'm still figuring a lot of shit out. I just got this again. It's a little bit overwhelming. I still haven't read a lot of the instructions on a lot of shit. So, and I'm about to the point where I have to. So, yikes. But your boy will get it. I'll get it together. And this is going to be amazing. I'm hoping to be a vendor at the next Cuyahoga County Fairgrounds Rosin Festival. Will I make it in time? Probably not. With how long it takes to actually grow and go through a cycle and then harvest, and not just that, but then to get oil and make, edibles, or to turn it into other things from that point, there's a whole nother. So realistically, I shouldn't shoot for 2026. I should shoot for 2027, but that's so far away. But ultimately, so in Berea, the fairgrounds in Ohio, they just had their first rosin festival a couple months ago, and it was pretty cool. I used to scare people at the haunted houses. I used to work there for like 10 years, whatever. And it was weird being up there just smoking joints, walking around. Dudes had mushrooms and stuff. It was really cool. Really weird. I don't know. I don't know how people just had bags of different kinds of magic mushrooms up there, but they sure did. Some lady gave me a mushroom candy to try it out. I was like, "Well, hey, I have to drive." She's like, "You'll be fine." I was like, "Okay." Um, but I saw one of my buddies actually. He had a vendor spot up there. And, I see a couple other guys that just look like random, regular dudes that are just up there, just kind of slanging what they had. And, I pride myself in this whole gross stuff. So I would really like to do that and get involved in that, and, maybe go farther with it, get in the industry. I don't know, but I would really love to do that. So that's what I'm shooting for. I would like to go to, if they have it again, Rosin Fest, and be a vendor. And you better believe this stuff will be pure and bomb and amazing. So I guess that's where I'm going to leave stuff. I know I keep saying I'm about to end it, but then I keep going because I just have thoughts. My mind works in weird ways. But yeah, so that's the little guy. And maybe I'll do daily updates. Maybe I'll do weekly updates. Who knows? But I am going to get some SD cards up in these little guys and try to get some recording going. I might have to get my 3D printer set up and print up some kind of holsters or something to attach these. Maybe zip ties or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, so there's your update. What? I don't even know what today is. October 12th, 2025. We have yesterday. So yesterday was day one, I would say, because I came home. I didn't even want to look at it at first because I didn't want to be disappointed and pissed off and like, man, I can't do this. I was getting overly frustrated, but then I peeked in and saw it. It popped through the dirt. So yesterday, the 11th, October 11th, it popped day one. I consider that day one. And I have a par meter, so I'm giving it the light that it needs, and maybe just a little extra, but not to the danger zone. So this should be pretty freaking sweet. And what's cool is I did have my lights. Let's see if I can show them. So right now you can see my lights. That's my lights basically. So they used to be up at the top of the tent. And I had that thing up at like 50% hitting those plants. Now I have it like, it's other way. There we go. It's not that high up. And I have it down at like 2% right now. Because I was just thinking, it's like, man, it's probably using a lot of power being at 40%. And I know if I move it closer and I use my light par meter, and I still got it to like, I think it's at 200 light par, something like that. So That's pretty freaking good. And that's it. Like, so I hooked my light up to be controlled with the AC Infinity controller. It's a Spider Farmer light being controlled by AC Infinity AI. Now they have their light dials set up a little different in AC Infinity opposed to what they do with Spider Farmer. Spider Farmer has percentages, and you can go from 11% all the way to 100. It doesn't go lower than 11 for some reason. So that's pretty cool. You can really fine tune it and really dial it in. Now the AI for the Infinity, the AC Infinity, it has 0 through 10. So you can't really fine tune it as much as you may want to. And that might actually turn into an issue maybe in the future, or it might just be, it might just hit those numbers just right. I won't know until, I get a little further into growing. And I can always, raise or lower the lights too to change things. So that's really cool about these lights. It is neat that you can put them so close and, it's not going to burn them and you don't have to use as much power and it's still as efficient. And the future is pretty cool. It's exciting. Yeah, I think the lights are a little above halfway of the tent. So it's a 2-foot tent. So it's probably like 2 feet 3 inches high. Something like that. 2.5. Yeah, no, 2. Yeah, 2 foot 3 inches, something like that. No, because the tent has to be taller than that. Oh, I forgot. So those bars are at 3 feet. Oh, it's right below 4 feet. Okay, well, that's cool, man. Those numbers already coming in handy. That is fucking cool. That is cool. Future, man, they just keep making upgrades. And dude, so I've had a couple grow tents, and let me tell you, these AC Infinity poles, nice, thick, sturdy fucking poles. I am super impressed with how they are set up. I like the tent except for how it rounds out towards this edge. I already see this as being a huge problem. Even setting the tent up, most grow tents, they're split down the middle. Oh, wait, you can't even see. Here we go. I'm looking at my other screen. So if you see that rounded off part, and there's like almost a foot you can't like get to in that tent because that lip is there. That's like I haven't grown anything yet, and it's already really fucking annoying. Most grow tents are split down the middle, and they have like little wing doors that fan open, just like bloop, and whatever. It's cool. I appreciate them. However, with this new grow tent, even I was just adjusting the lights, and it was just such a hassle because I can't bend my arm that direction to kind of get in there and get to the front. Like, it was just a pain in the asshole. So while I do appreciate the AC Infinity stuff, I really hate that stupid arch in the corner of the front of the tent. That's really going to make like maintenance hard on a plant, which hopefully there won't be much. But still, really, really stupid. God, this camera. Anyway. So yeah, really exciting. So if you guys want to clone, hit me up. Facebook, message me, text me, message this video. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. I will, it's probably going to be a week or two. Probably a little longer than that, realistically, but I will get as many clones out as I can as quick as possible. Another thing that sucks about not having a mother tent is not being able to trade potential clones with people. When I went to the Grow Wizard in Cleveland, Ohio, not too long ago, like a week ago, if that, probably about a week ago, they had all these strains, different kinds, mostly dank genetics. I don't know if they had any they got from people, but the guy told me sometimes, depending on if you have proof of where you got it and blah, 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 that they would take trades. Like you give them, a Naranja Nightmare, and they give you something that they have. And they have a Bruce Banner, and I would really like to get a Bruce Banner because I have some of the rosin, some Bruce Banner rosin, and this stuff is nasty funk. It is some good stuff. Oh my friggin' god, man. It's pretty amazing. So, and I have candy fumes as well. That stuff's pretty fire. Oh sweet, Liz. So, oh man, that sucks. Keep the Bruce Banner nice. But yeah, man, this quasi farm. I'm trying to smoke more of this just to get rid of it. It's weird, man. I don't really like it. It's not it's not the best. But man, so while I'm thinking about oil on the subject, I've had experience with extraction, and I've used some of the best value vac products, and they work really well. They work so good. So I would like to uh, experience that again, working with that again. Only this time get like a 2 pound column because what I worked with only held 4 ounces at a time, and that kind of sucked. Um, and the tube was really narrow, so cleaning it out was a bitch, and you didn't want to like fuck the pipe up. It was, I can't tell you some of the crazy things we've tried to clean these tubes out, and these 2 pound, or is it 2 pound, 4 pound, 2 pound tubes? I think it was a 2 pound tube. Those things look pretty wide, and obviously, they can hold up to 2 pounds. Which, so the problem with the 4 ounce tube was it was so thin and skinny, and to get like 4 ounces in there, you had to slam pack it in there, and it was so tightly jammed in there. After it was done, even though it was stripped of oils and whatever, it was still just like stuck in there. So it sucked. But having something like a 2 pound tube, obviously you're not going to fill it all the way, so it should be fairly easy to clean out, comparatively speaking. And even if you do fill it all the way, good for you, first and foremost. That's crazy, but like, I mean, that's a lot. That is a lot. A little high guy like me, I'm not gonna have that much. But it would be cool to have a big tube though, to not have to jam, smash, pack everything in there, and just when it's done, just like plop it out, throw it away, put my medicine in some food. That would be nice. That is the goal. It would be cool if you could go to a company and be like, "Here's my buds. Can you turn this into oil for me, so I can easily put this into butters or food or." And I know they have like the Levo stuff like that to make gummies and stuff at home. That's cool. Extraction stuff, the ether thing. But it's like if you're doing a home grow like me, and it's just like you have all these buds. It's like, can you just take them all real quick and just do that, and then just like give me the stuff back. And I don't, it'd be cool to not have to deal, because all that shit is a very, very big process depending on how you want to go about it. Like, you want to de-wax it, you're gonna need some dry ice, and you're gonna need a good amount of butane if that's how you want to go about it with the extraction process. Like, I've never done CO2. I've done like butane extractions and ethanol extractions, uh, and I've done it out of some very questionable devices at times, especially like at the beginning. And oh man, But yeah, to have like something like that big ass tube, that'd be just kind of like a luxury. But I guarantee you, like a stainless steel 2 pound tube would be very expensive, which is probably why most guys like me don't have one. And let's do another dabble, dabble duel. Get rid of this quasi farms. I'm really excited to use my whiteboard. Feel like a professor. Real excited. Anyways, cool video, cool little guy in there. I kind of want to turn it around, get a better view. All right. Let's see if I can't finagle this camera. All right, zoom. Oh. See, you can kind of see some purple in there. Kind of. Damn. Let me see. Turn the brightness up a little. Oh, too much. I think it was at 53. Sharpness is at 100. Let's take this 64 up. Be back to 79. Focus, that's what I was looking for. Oh, no. Oh, too much. I guess that's the best we're gonna get. But yeah, not looking too. Man, I hope this thing's purple from the get-go, cause that whole stem was green. Now it's looking like just a little bit's green and most of it's purple. That's exciting. Whoa, why is there such a delay on the videos? Uh-oh. Oh, I knew it. Hold on. Wow. So my phone died. That is what happened there. However, I do have a backup phone that's already on. And I think I might be able to finagle this. Hold on. Video capture device 1. Properties. Oh, wait, that's coming from my other computer. Hold on. Oh, I think my other phone just restarted. Let's get this going. Let's get this going. Come on now. Come on now. All right, just connected to the Wi-Fi. Come on. Oh, this is about to be a bitch. Is what this is doing. Anyway, okay, well, maybe I'll just end the show because this is being about a bitch. Sometimes I just have to close that and reopen it. Close that and reopen it. And I knew I forgot something. There we go. There we go. Jesus. I knew I forgot to do something, and that something was to plug my phone the fuck back in. Whoops. No wonder it was like getting all laggy and weird. Let me turn this up to high. Wow, what a weird turn of events that was. Cool. But that's the real world for you. But man, that is a cute little plant. Usually it has like 2 little leaves that are sprouted out by now, which I definitely do not see. But I am going to put that lid back on there. I'm just keeping it off for the sake of this show. I'm going to put that lid back on there that kind of holds the moisture in to maybe help it along a little bit. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom back in a little bit. Go. Yeah, man, maybe that'll be purple. That'll be so fucking cool. I don't remember if they did that before. It's been so long since I've grown. I can't remember if it kind of just looks like that at first and then kind of goes all green and does its thing, or I just don't know. And I can't say that when I did grow stuff, it was ever from a seed. There was always like a clone I got from somebody somewhere, somehow. No, that can't be right because I germinated a lot of seeds, so now I'm confused. I know some of the stankleberry, but I don't know other than that if I had seeds. Weird. Another weird piece of random information of growing is I saw this video where this guy making clones. He's like, I don't ever use root hormone or anything. He's like, I just chop it off and just shove it in there. Now I didn't listen to the whole thing, or I had missed some stuff, so I don't know if he like cuts the bottoms or something and just throws it in there. Or I don't know what he does. But the guy's like, I don't use anything. I just cut it off and basically throw it in the dirt. So that's kind of crazy. He's like, I've never had an issue. So that's neat. Neat to know. But man, so, well, while I'm here, for the sake of the video too, and entertainment, always entertainment. But, oh shit, what was I about to say? Damn it. Purple, maybe it's just like that. Shit, I wish I could go back and watch what the fuck I was talking about. Well, that's a bummer. That's the weed for you. Shit. I'm gonna watch this video and go back to that part and just be so pissed. Like, oh yeah, you know what I could do? I could probably just go on YouTube right now on my phone and see what the fuck I said. Haha, there is a way to do that. Fuck yeah. Aha, let's see. I'm glad it sounds really good. I'm glad it sounds real good on here. Come on, what the fuck was I talking about? I mean, it does look really good, though. That looks really fucking good. That video quality is fucking fantastic. Okay, I'm talking about it being purple. Go on. Okay, yeah. Okay. Getting close to what I was fucking talking about. Go on. Come on. Yep. Yep. Let's see. Yep. That's not right. Fuck, dude. I want to fast forward, but because I might go too far on it and I might miss it, and then it's just gonna be 3 minutes out. Can't be that bad. We'll figure it out together. Stankleberry. Okay, come on. Come on, keep going. I know it's something cool too. Fuck. Okay. Cloning. This is weird. What I'm doing right now. Come on, it gotta be close. Oh no, I think that's where I forgot. That's where I forgot right there. Oh shit, this video didn't help me either. Oh fuck. Well, whatever. It's really funny. I thought going back and watching the video, I'd remember what I was about to fucking say. It's like, oh yeah, this is where I was going with that idea, and here's what I was gonna say. What the fuck, dude? That's crazy. Whatever. I probably should have ended this video a while ago anyway. This has been somewhat of a train wreck, but whatevs. But I will say I am really impressed with the video quality of this because I'm watching this on my iPhone 7 Plus, and man, that looked really good. Like even the picture that the little guy, that looks really solid. I'm impressed. So I have two of these 4K cameras. One of them was my buddy Ron's, and we were doing like podcasting and stuff, and he brought it over. And I don't know if he forgot about it or what. So I have another one around here somewhere because I have one as well. So that's either mine or his. Either way, they're both here. But I've never thought they looked good until now. I've never seen the 4K. Maybe now because that's in like some really good lighting. And that's one of the downfalls of iPhones, especially earlier ones, is they're not good in dark. But they're always usually better than webcams, which is what I'm using now. And, this is supposed to be a 4K webcam, and it's never looked that great. iPhone 7 always looked way better. But right now, like when I looked at that video, that thing looked so crisp and so good. I am impressed. Now, I have one of these in my 3D printer tent, and when the printer moves, obviously this is shaking and vibrating, so the picture's never that great. I'm sure I could 3D print some nice springy thing to take the whatever out of it. Anyway, this won't be rocking around in this tent. It'll probably be just hanging or wherever I set it next to it for doing time lapse stuff, but this is not 4K, I don't believe. Probably not. And I think I threw the boxes away. Yep, boxes are gone. But again, with the theme of light being the issue with these lower megapixel cameras, hopefully this should have something pretty good of a picture, especially as close as it's gonna be. At least at first. And then, as it flowers and gets bigger, I'm gonna have to figure something out. But I really, really want to do like a time lapse of the whole grow. And technically today is day 2. It's nice because day 1 was the 11th, day 2 was the 12th, so 1, 2, 3, 4, It's pretty neat. Keep track. Yeah, coffee. Oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. Well, pretty cool. Maybe tomorrow those things will plop out. I'm going to try to keep the camera where it is right now, but odds are it's going to be moved. Like, I can't stop fucking around with that thing in there and playing with it. I'm just so excited. And again, once it starts getting leaves, this thing is just going to boom. And I just got like a syringe for, doing nutrients, and oh man, I'm so fucking stoked right now. I can't even tell you. Like, even going to Michigan dispensaries every once in a while and seeing what they got, it's just like, some of that stuff has been there for a really long time. Some of it you can be lucky and maybe it was like a month ago or even that month. That's rare for me anyway, but it's usually, something from a year ago. And like, I'm gonna pay attention to the trichomes. That's how I'm going to know when to take those out. And if I was growing for a dispensary, something like that in Michigan, I would just try to grow those longer and make them big fat buds. So they'd be, a little more ambered out as far as trichomes and a little more indica like, but the buds will be way bigger. And I feel like that's how most of those buds are that you're going to get from like a Michigan dispensary. In Ohio, so Michigan has testing, but I see shit all the time on how it's like, well, so this slipped by somehow, or like Platinum Babes were having PG in their stuff, PGVG in their carts, which is no bueno. Like, fuck that. Granted, I know that's what you guys vape, whatever, but it's like, I just want raw THC oil, nothing more, nothing like. You want to put terps in there, like even that. It's like, nah, just give me. I want the pure, clean, no additives. Now in Ohio, they get tested, and that shit, like, they have recalls. They're like, hey, they send out emails and shit, like, hey, if you had this product, so it's super hyper tested. And I'm sure stuff slips under the cracks like it does everywhere else, but still, they're pretty on it in Ohio. Now it's just stupid in Ohio because for whatever dumb reason they do it by tenths of a gram instead of eighths, and you can get a gram cartridge, but most times you're gonna see like point 0.8. It's so stupid. Um, and yeah, for the cartridge, you're paying maybe like 40 and some tax. It's stupid. I got one from an Ohio dispensary like a week ago, and it was on sale. It was like $25, 30 out the door, and it was not great. And when I've been in Michigan and I've gotten one of their live rosin carts, like, or resin, whatever, it's like, dude, like, I got like 3 of those for $30. It was crazy. It's totally different, and I'm thinking that I got this thing in Ohio, so it's gonna be way better. But it's not. So that kind of sucks. That's pretty stupid. So again, like when I grow mine, I'm gonna pay very close attention to the trichomes, and just like right when they're getting milky and like maybe like 5 to 10% amberish, start pulling those things out. Just the best way to go. But yeah, I'd really like to do a time lapse. Maybe like on one of these cameras, I can have it like close up on like a certain branch, something like that. And during the whole time it's growing, you just see these buds go from nothing to just like this big thing. Oh, that would be cool. I wish I had some really nice cameras. I have the ideas, just not all the equipment yet. All right, man. You know what, man? Like, I think I've drugged this on way too long. Long enough. It has been long enough. For centuries. It has been long for centuries. So anyway, stay tuned. I will try to stay on top of this as much as possible. Like, I actually look forward to doing this kind of shit, especially with the plant. Whether anybody watches it or not, it'll be cool for me to kind of go back and like watch the progress and to kind of get on the schedule of doing something all the time, get in the habit of it, and just keep it going, But yeah, stay tuned. Maybe this plan will open its wings soon. I can't wait. Like, I look forward to going to bed every night now to see that thing like get crazy. Oh man, I'm so excited. It's gonna be I'm gonna feel terrible to chop that thing up. It always feels bad to do that because you put your love and time into it and you try to make sure it's as healthy as possible, and then you're like, ka-chaya! All right, man. I think that's gonna be it for me. So, you guys have a good night.